Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. So in past, we have seen continuously OnePlus rolling out OxygenOS 14 alpha builds for OnePlus smartphones. And today we have the first OxygenOS 14 alpha build for OnePlus 10 Pro, which brings some interesting features. So in this video, we'll talk about every feature what OnePlus brings on the table for OnePlus 10 Pro with OxygenOS 14. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here you can see I have my OnePlus 10 Pro. First of all, let me show you the software information. If we go to about section, you can see it still says OxygenOS 13.1 alpha build. But if I go to Android version is Android 14, and this also comes with Android 14 Easter egg. And we get to see 5th August 2023 security patch. And if I show you the version of this build, it says 14.0.0.43EX01. And we have this similar version on OnePlus 11 also, which is OxygenOS 14.0.0.43EX1. And the build which we received on OnePlus 10 Pro have similar features what we have seen on OnePlus 11 with OxygenOS 14 third alpha build. Now first let's talk about the benchmark results. So these are the results which we got on OxygenOS 14 first alpha build, and towards the left hand side these were the results on OxygenOS 13. You can see a huge improvement in the multi-core scores. Single core scores are a little bit lower compared to 13.1. And you guys must have seen a lot of throttling issues on OnePlus 10 Pro, but now with OxygenOS 14 you can see a lot of improvements. I did not see any kind of throttling issues, and maximum CPU throttled up to 82%. This was done on 13.1, wherein we got to see some throttling issues and maximum CPU had only throttled up to 73%. So I think OnePlus is improving in performance part when it comes to OxygenOS 14. And guys, now before moving ahead, if you guys like a content and if you think it's useful for you guys, then make sure to smash that like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. So the first change what you'll notice on OxygenOS 14 is layer 2 lock screen. So here you can see now the dial pad have been changed, or you can say the number pad. We get a grayish background beneath the numbers, which wasn't the case on 13.1. We only used to see the number pad, nothing else. So this is one minor change what you'll get to see after OxygenOS 14. And the second one is layer 2 charging animation when we talk about the lock screen. Now whenever you connect your device to the charger, the charging animation pops out and the content on lock screen is very less visible compared to 13.1. Though it's the same build what we have received on OnePlus 11, but here on OnePlus 11 with this latest launcher we got this search tab on the home screen, which is not present on OnePlus 10 Pro. So this one thing is missing here on OnePlus 10 Pro. Along with that, second thing which I don't know why OnePlus is taking so much of time to add, and that's the brightness toggle besides brightness slider. It's available on almost every OnePlus smartphone, but this thing have been missing on OnePlus 10 Pro from day one, and it wasn't there on OxygenOS 13.1 also. One cool feature what OnePlus have added, and that's in the sidebar. So here you can see a new option called file dock. It's a very useful feature I have already shown in my OnePlus 11 video, but for new users or OnePlus 10 Pro users, let me show you how does it work. So for example, if you have any text which you want to copy, you can just long press on that particular text, select that same text. You can hold the text and drop it to the file dock. Hold the text, you'll see a pop-up of file dock. After that, you can just place the text in the file dock and your copied text have been saved in Smart Slide Bar. If you want to access it, you can just slide the slide bar, tap on file dock, and here we have the text which we copied. And the same thing goes with the images also. For example, if I take this image and I tap on share, towards the bottom side you can see there's a new option called Smart Slide Bar Save to File Dock. If I tap here, the file or the image will be saved in the file dock, as you can see here. Later I can use these files or the text in any of the application. And the items which you have saved in the file dock, those are saved for 30 days. After 30 days, that will be automatically deleted. I feel it's a very useful feature if you have multiple images or text to copy. Camera UI got revamped, though I did not notice any kind of new features. This is how it looks now on your OnePlus 10 Pro. As said, there are no new features added, only UI changes were found. And now there's also a new add-on in the gallery application. For example, this was a picture which I clicked and doesn't have watermark. So if you guys remember in past, OnePlus had given an option of adding watermarks. I mean to say exclusive Hasselblad watermark. So this is how it appears on the photo if this thing is enabled. But if this thing is not enabled and later if you want to add the watermark, that can be done from the gallery application. So this was the photo which I clicked. If I tap on edit, go to watermark, now you can see we have an option called exclusive Hasselblad watermark. So now OnePlus have given an ability to use this watermark on the required photos instead of every photo once this feature is enabled. In the app drawer, there is no major change. Minor change have been done. When you slide on these alphabets, you get to see black text with a white background. And when you enable dark mode, text is now white color with a black background. As far as I remember, OnePlus had already added this special audio feature on OnePlus 10 Pro with OxygenOS 13, though I'm not exactly sure, but let me know in the comment section below whether it was added or not. In the sounds and vibration, now you get to see this pop-up which says you can now use the alert slider on the side of the phone to switch between modes. Now talking about the customization options, so there are few customizations what we get to see on OxygenOS 14 first alpha build, and that's under always on display. If you scroll down here, you can see we have now 3 different AOD styles called carbon footprint. Again, a very good move from OnePlus. In past they had added this homeland AOD styles, and now they have come up with the new AOD styles under carbon footprint, which says walking 10,000 steps can reduce carbon emission by up to 1.74 kg. Set a daily goal and follow your process on the always on display. I would personally like to give a huge thumbs up to OnePlus for adding such things and encouraging people to save our nature. Here there are 3 different styles which you can choose from, and you also have the option to change the color of clock style. So this is something new what you guys will see on OxygenOS 14. And another new thing what you will find on the always on display is this new option called Smart Suggestion. Tapping on more settings, here you'll be able to track your rides and food delivery services directly on the lock screen and even on AOD. It's kind of similar feature what Apple have provided. Right now the supporting apps for riding is Grab, which is not present in Bangalore. For the food services, we do have Zomato and Swiggy already added. And if you guys are expecting lock screen customization, there is nothing which we have seen till now on any of the alpha builds. So let's hope in future that they add lock screen customization like what Google and Samsung have been doing for their devices. Under screen resolution, now you get to see a small preview. And we know a lot of users were expecting the battery health feature, which is still not added on OnePlus 10 Pro. Instead of voice charging, now we have 2 options. One is smart charging and the second option is stop charging at 80%. Also, privacy and security tab have been combined together, where you can see all the security and privacy related settings in one section. You'll also see these rounded corners while playing videos in PIP mode. We used to see that square box in past on 13.1. Weather application also got revamped. Now you can see more details about the forecast on the main homepage of the weather application. And lastly, let's talk about the 90 FPS support. So a lot of users ask us about the 90 FPS support on OnePlus 10 Pro. So personally, what I feel here is if the option of 90 FPS is not present inside the game, then it's an issue from Craft and not from OnePlus. We have 90 FPS options on devices like OnePlus 11 and even on 8 series and 9 series. But this option is not present on OnePlus 10 Pro. So I don't think it's an issue from OnePlus. I think Crafton needs to add this device under 90 FPS support. So guys, this was all about the OxygenOS 14 first alpha build for OnePlus 10 Pro. If you guys have any kind of questions, you can ask me in the comment section below. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.